So and I just started reading this, but okay, so we have some news over YouTube, and some of the content creators across YouTube in general have been bringing up that they're not getting any type of revenue over their monetized, videos.
Really?
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about this? And so I'll read it verbatim. So Unreal ASMR. So not the not the type we're thinking of from Twitch, but Unreal ASMR. They create videos of just sounds that help you, fall asleep. So whether it's like wind blowing, rain dripping, things like that. That's the type of stuff that they create. So they tagged Team YouTube in a Twitter post and said, yes, mine is also zero. It started dropping on July 17th, despite views remaining in their normal range. Also, YouTube premium revenue has dropped to zero also, despite premium watch time also remaining consistent. And then they have a screenshot of pretty much the flat numbers that they just described. And I think that is crazy. What do you guys think? Is it just like a little bug in the system, or?
No, that's not a bug. When people aren't getting paid their money and stuff like that, and then the algorithm, you know what I mean. So I would imagine that there's nothing wrong with the algorithm, because if they're still getting the views and the listens like they were normally getting, so it's not that they're not being discovered, but YouTube is. This is speculation. To me, YouTube is actively not putting ads on those channels.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could see if it was like, hey, so I'm just throwing out a number. This isn't what they're making, but hey, we were making $100 a month, and then all of a sudden it dropped down to $50. Well, that could be any number of things. But if you're going from $100 to all of a sudden $0, you know what I mean? Yeah, then. And I think YouTube is going to have to address it.
No, so YouTube did address it. They addressed it on the 22nd. They said, creators, many of you said you're seeing no revenue being displayed on your analytics for the past few days. Don't worry. This was a reporting issue and revenue is not affected. We're currently working on a fix and we'll keep you posted. But since then, nothing else has been seen regarding if they've gotten their money, and I don't know what YouTube's payout schedule is, whether
it's plus 21 or plus 15, because I know they can do like plus 21 or plus 15 something.
Yep. So I'm not completely sure, but that was the last thing that I've seen regarding that that they've put out. So I still think potentially that could be a disasterful situation, because just think about if it was affecting streamers. A lot of people are going to these streamers' profiles, like one in particular, Dr. Disrespect. If it was affecting Dr. Disrespect, I guarantee he'd snap his fingers and it'd get fixed. But when you're looking at some of these lower end content creators,
I don't know about that, because Dr. Disrespect can't even snap his fingers and get into a Warzone tournament nowadays. So which is sad, but he can't even do that. So I think a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of these people, I think they have a lot of power, but I think they only have power if they're actually true partners. Dr. Disrespect is not a partner
of YouTube.
Yeah, they didn't sign no contract with him. Now, if they did, I'm sure he has somebody that's tied to him as a representative. He can call them and say, hey, listen, so this is what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's not the deal. So it would be him probably having to get in contact with people who are friends of friends of friends to say, hey, listen, so this is going on. Can you please, get it fixed? So.
Okay, I can get behind that. Yeah, but to me, I think it's pretty crazy that would even happen in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I know if it happened on Twitch, whoo.
Oh man, I know Twitch would be down on it real quick. Yeah. But no, I mean honestly, when it comes to YouTube, I'm not even surprised because of all the shit that always happens with them. Like, this isn't the first time this happened with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I know a lot of people also complain about them not getting ads or revenue and stuff like that. But a lot of people also got to realize, half of them don't even follow the fucking terms of service shit that YouTube puts out. Yes, they change it they change it very often, but you know, people still gotta look into it. Now, I'm not saying anything about, you know, like the people who put like the rain, like the ASMR raindrop videos or something like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, like they got to keep on top of that stuff. That way, they can get paid. They can get their ads out. You know, like it's. Every time something like that happens, it's always a controversy on YouTube's part. You know, the people who do the videos, they never see they never try to figure out what the actual problem is. But that also isn't gonna discredit the actual YouTubers who do their shit, put out videos, and like I know a lot of people get shadow banned from YouTube for literally nothing. And they just sit in limbo for the most part, and it's just like, YouTube, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? But I mean, I know I wouldn't say everyone, but I know a lot of people who that do like ping YouTube to a tweet or something like that. YouTube is very somewhat responsive. I wouldn't say they're always responsive. They're somewhat responsive, especially again to the big end YouTubers. But I mean, besides that, hopefully these motherfuckers can get their money. That's all I'm gonna say about it, you know.
I'm sure they will, because if it was YouTube can't just put out a statement and say, hey, listen, it's just a glitch, blah blah blah, and then not, you know, give them their money or something like that. I'm sure that they'll give them their money back. But speaking of ASMR, what do you guys think about the new 100 Thieves collab with what is it called, Hype Beats or something like that? I think that's what they're called.
Yeah. So, did we talk about this last week? I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I sent it to you guys afterwards. But man, it's nuts. So they have a 24-hour stream on YouTube, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And they just throw out beats, and it's something that you can utilize in your streams, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook Gaming, or Twitch. And I think it's really cool because, you know, it helps separate some of these content streamers from legality, you know, conflicts when it comes to playing other people's music. I think it's great. I think it's definitely
fucking great, especially because of Twitch's half-ass attempt on fixing the issue where they created what was it called? I have it, Soundtrack by Twitch, where they literally said that you can use it in your video, but it can't be saved to your channel, because if it's saved to your channel, then that's when you'll get hit with a DMC strike.
Yeah.
Even though they came out with their own platform that way people can use music on, you know, people can have that music and stuff like that. But honestly, man, that's pretty fucking dope. I really hope a lot of other big companies and stuff can do it too. Shit, like FaZe. I know there's definitely artists out there who like I think what the fuck is his name?
Oh yeah, FaZe probably has people that, I mean, you got to think some of these people probably they don't just stream video games.
No, yeah.
You know, they're content creators, whether it's doing stupid shit in the backyard as we have seen, or whether it's doing giveaways, you know, shit like that. So I guarantee there's somebody in FaZe that likes to make beats for fun, and they could definitely go this route. And they could probably.
So 100 Thieves, they partner with StreamBeats, and Harris Heller is the owner of StreamBeats. And he's a streamer. You know, he's done a lot of YouTube content and stuff like that. He owns the Alpha Gaming channel, which is a little shout out to him or whatever, because I think his stuff is useful. But he's the one that, because he when he was in college, I think he got a degree on like music production or something like that. Like he plays a guitar and everything. So he thought to himself while he was doing all these DMCA stuff was going on, was like, man, I should just make a website where I'll make the music and it just be all, copyright and royalty free. And he did that, and then it just blew up because people were like, all right, cool, you gave us something, and it was way better than what Twitch was putting out.
Well, so on top of that, it's that none of it's bad. It's not terrible.
What you talking about? What Twitch put out?
No, what he put out. The beats are actually good. Like the other night, I listened to it for like 2 hours while doing homework because I was just like, sometimes like listening to music with lyrics, it will distract you, but just listening to some beats